Prompt number 152, and you know what I feel like doing? I feel like getting really crazy with it's not gonna be an ant drawing, it's gonna be a worm. We're running out of room, so I figure let's start tying it together around. So I'm gonna draw a worm, give him some eyes, and then he needs to wrap around the book, so, oh wow, this thing is falling apart. Oh God, okay, let's do it, woo! Oh, he's lumpy. And I'm gonna draw an ant riding the worm. Look, I've always said I'm really bad at drawing parallel lines, and this is no exception. Oh, and there we have it. Probably the lumpiest worm I've ever, let's pretend that didn't happen. And, okay, today's prompt is, we've got casino. Oh, they're really gonna make me draw a whole background. And Abraham Lincoln. Huh. Okay, you know what? Okay, yeah, I've got an idea. Maybe. We'll see. I straight up lied to you guys. I said I had an idea. I recorded that in February, and I didn't actually record this sketching video until July. I don't know if it's the burnout, the art block, the depression, but this prompt I thought about every week of every month for the past 8 months. I would think, you know what? I'm gonna do a prompt this week. And then I would remember what the prompt was. Abraham Lincoln in a casino. Are you kidding me? But as you can see from this video, I have hit a point where I really just want to do the next prompt. I have done a lot of bad prompts in my life, ones that I wasn't even struggling with. So I think it's time to just pump something out and move on. I think that's exactly how the last 3 prompt voiceovers have gone. Me saying that I started this video months ago. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, so as you can see, casino things in Abraham Lincoln. My biggest concern with this one was especially trying to get Abraham Lincoln look like Abraham Lincoln. I feel like every time I try to draw someone that actually looks like someone, my style sort of leaves its signature style and starts to go into not so much realism, but I start to take on more realistic features, and the stylistic approach kind of goes away because I'm trying to make something look like someone. So I really wanted to approach Abraham Lincoln in my style and make him look like a cartoon version of himself in my style. And I thought I was getting somewhere with Abraham Lincoln's face, but I had 0 idea still on what exactly I wanted to do with this piece. So 3 more months passed and here we are. I hit a breaking point and I went onto stream on Twitch, which I'm now uploading on another channel. I will link that in the description. I just got onto stream and just sort of talked with you guys, cried with you guys, struggled with you guys, and I eventually got somewhere. As much as I did want to create an illustration that I personally really liked, I wanted to create something that I would want hanging on my wall as a print or even original art. But eventually I had to come to terms with that I don't want Abraham Lincoln on my wall and I don't care about gambling and casinos. So eventually I accepted that I needed to just have fun drawing Abraham Lincoln, exaggerating his features and creating a fun face for Abraham, and then just drawing casino things. Sure, this isn't an actual casino room or scene, but there's a lot of casino things. When you look at this piece, you are probably going to think casino. So I think as far as the prompts go, I have definitely stretched in worse ways. So after I inked this piece, I was looking at his hair and I thought, you know what I want to do? I want to play around with my inking techniques. So I approached his hair with, I don't know if you would call it hatching, but I just took strokes in the direction his hair is going, created texture, and I absolutely love it. It's flat. I didn't add any shading to it with watercolor later, but the texture is really fun. I absolutely love it. Then I looked at his beard and thought, well, his beard is going to need the same treatment because it might look weird if his beard is more fluffy and painted looking when in reality it's scratchy and little pieces of hair all over the place. So I did some circular scribbles for the beard hair so it looks more beard-like and his head hair looks more head hair-like. And I gotta say, I think it looks like Abraham Lincoln. I mean, it doesn't help that the man is very unique looking. I also did have to add one Kasey flare. He was just sort of frowning as Abraham Lincoln does in photos. But this piece was so not anything I wanted. So I thought, you know what? Let's make him a little silly. Let's make his tongue sticking out. And I think it's cute and silly. It's Abraham Lincoln. So once this piece was inked, it was ready to color, and because I have all of these objects swirling around Abraham Lincoln's head, coming out of the hat, swirling around behind the head and into his ear, I wanted to create an even more magical look and feel to this piece, so I just lightly got some red and dry brushed it around to create this magical flowing effect. You can barely see it, and at the very end I was tempted to add some darker swirls behind the objects just to show that there is some sort of 3D-ness to this swirling stuff, but I didn't. Mostly because if I was going to do it, I wanted to block the color from going on top of the objects, and I just don't trust tape, masking fluid. I've been scarred too many times. Every time I put it on top of watercolor, it just peels and rips it away, and I'm just too scared. I'm just a little baby now. I play it safe. And I was actually feeling happy about this piece so far, and I did not want to do anything that was going to risk destroying it, so a light magic swirl is all we get. The overall color theme of this piece is red. Cards are red, chips are red. Drinks aren't normally bloody looking red, but I was going with a red theme this time. Old Abe's tongue has a pink hue to it, his little pink cheeks. I wanted this piece to be nice and red. I also felt like usually when I do a more illustrative piece, I really like to stick with blue, orange, yellows. I don't do red a whole lot, so I wanted to do lots of red this time. Once I started coloring in all of the little details, the chips, especially the dice. Also, if you know anything about dye, don't look too carefully at my dye. At first, I just wanted to make sure that there was this nice red one dot showing on each die. And I did look up a reference for dye and which side the numbers are on. But I think my brain just got really confused and I started putting the wrong ones on the wrong side. And then I just sort of went with it and started putting random dots on them. So if you notice that the dice all have the wrong configuration, no, they don't. I also had a lot of fun painting on the little details on the cards, the hearts, the diamonds, the spades. It was really fun. I don't know what it was about it, but I really enjoyed it. Fun little fact and a little preview for those of you who are watching this prompt. I actually bought a little blank playing card kit. They give you the, I don't know, maybe just like the numbers and the letters on it, and then you draw on them. It might be a lot of work. I have thought about designing my own playing cards, but if I did do it, it would definitely be digitally because then I can easily copy and paste things. So we'll see once I do that video how much of a pain in the butt it's going to be to color by hand. What is it, 52 playing cards? That seems like a lot, but we'll see. And it all really just made everything come together. All these small little details, the little tiny numbers on the chips. I started to add some sparkles and shines flowing throughout this magical swirl. And that's when things really started to get just more detailed, more shiny, more magical. The little balls and blips of color everywhere just made things look so sparkly and fun. I also thought it would be cute to throw in a few, I don't know what they're called, clubs? Is that the symbol? Are those clovers? Anyway, we've got some of those swirling around because I didn't include those on any of the cards. And overall, I think this piece is really fun. Like I said, Abraham Lincoln and casino isn't exactly a subject I enjoy, but I think at the end of the day, I was able to create an illustration that was fun and flowy and colorful. And although this isn't my cup of tea, I'm actually really happy with the results. I struggled and it was worth it. And there it is. Years ago, I did a prompt, Invisible Man and a Kite. 4 of you joined in, so thank you so much. Here are the 4 of you who joined. I always love looking at you guys' submissions, and I'm excited to start the next one. So if you want to join in, use hashtag Kasey the prompt. Draw yourself Abraham Lincoln and casino. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
No.